for coming, everybody. Who's got the first question?
I'd like to start with Conor McGregor.
This is why I'm back, for the love of the game and the love of the fans. It's great to be back here in Las Vegas, 5 years out. But I'm fighting since I came out of the womb, and I'll be fighting until the day I go out. So this is another day for McGregor, baby.
Conor, last one from me. You have those 2 belts in front of you, representing Ireland. What is in the future for you right now? Is there a 3rd belt on the horizon after Max?
These belts represent every record in the fight business. I hold them all. So it's an honor to hold these belts. And for sure, the OG champ going for the Triple Crown. Sounds like one hell of a story to me.
Max, is that the strategy on Saturday to try and outlast Conor in there?
We're going to find out Saturday night. We're going to find out Saturday night.
Max, Conor says he's going to go in there and put his paws on you, and you're not going to lay a glove on him. What do you reckon of those comments Conor has made?
I can't wait. I see he got 2 belts. I guess we're fighting for belts come Saturday night, so I can't wait to take those pretty belts off his hands.
Question for Paddy Pimblett, all the way in the back. The last time we saw you here in Las Vegas, you were preparing for fighting one of the most violent fighters in UFC history. You're doing that again, but here in Vegas, International Fight Week. At Media Day, you said there were a lot of openings against Benoit. What can fans expect on Saturday?
Sing it! Oh, party da party. Oh, party da party. Yes, the fam. Obviously, I expect Benoit to come out and try and take my head off. He's one of the best lightweights in the world. He's going to come out and try and take my head off, but I think it proved against Justin Gaethje that no one's taking my head off, lad. I'm a Scouser. We don't get knocked out.
At Media Day, you said you could see some holes in Paddy's game, so what are you expecting from Paddy on Saturday?
I'm expecting all what you have been waiting for, a violent fight. It's going to be BSD style, I can promise you. Don't blink, it's going to be a war, it's going to be a battle, I'm ready for it. And I cannot wait to be tomorrow and to start serious stuff.
Right, but I'm going to break this fight down because he's going up against Max Holloway. And of course, this is a rematch. We all know back in 2013, he's one of the few people that Conor McGregor didn't knock out, but he did tear his ACL. He did take him down. He had to turn into a wrestler. He's like, oh, you're a wrestler now?
Yeah, no, like, oh, you're a wrestler now. You're a wrestler.
That's what he had to do to beat Max Holloway. But it showed that he is a well-rounded, well-versed mixed martial artist that has more than one way to skin a cat. Now, when you talk about how Conor McGregor skins a cat, it's always that left hand. That is one of his most dangerous weapons. And now, of course, the fight, the rematch, 13 years later, when Conor McGregor has been away from the sport for almost 5 years to the day, and of course, he's almost 38 years old now, right? Is he still going to be the same? Is it still the same Conor McGregor? Does he still crack the same kind of punch? Is he still as motivated? Will ring rust play a factor? Because a lot of people, like Dominic Cruz, a lot of very respected minds in this game, they say that ring rust is a real thing.
Is it hard to come back and win after being out for a long time? Or did you have time off and leave fights on the table?
And we all expect Conor to come back. The same Conor that knocked out Jose Aldo. Boom. That's just a different Conor. That Conor was in it. That Conor was living it. He was training every day, trying to improve his mobility, trying to improve his speed, trying to improve everything. This is a different Conor. Max Holloway still training. We're going to see a vintage Max Holloway. I don't know if we're going to see a vintage Conor McGregor. I would love if we did, but I don't think we're gonna. The rest of the card got announced also. Let's just take a quick peek at it. But first of all, it's like, God damn it. Would you guys pick the last, if you're like, Conor McGregor's never going to fight again, what would you pick his last fight on earth to be?
Any thoughts on Max Holloway and Conor Part 2. Do you have any predictions on that fight? It was announced today.
No, that's gonna be a good fight though. About time. Shouldn't they have fought a long time ago?
Yeah.
In a rematch, right?
Yeah.
Because Conor was taking him down the last time, and they both did good. Yeah, that's gonna be a good fight.
Yeah, Dana announced it while Francis Ngannou was walking out. So. Yeah.
Oh, nice. Yeah, that's a good fight.
Thank you, Dan.
What do you think about the fight?
Oh, it's way overdue.
Yeah, it should have happened a long time ago, right? Yeah. You think so? Yeah, I don't know. We'll see what happens.
The anticipation surrounding Conor McGregor's long-awaited rematch with Max Holloway has reached a level rarely seen in mixed martial arts. Every new interview, prediction, and training update has only fueled the excitement, turning this matchup into one of the most discussed events in recent UFC history. Fans have waited years to see McGregor return to the Octagon, but instead of everyone confidently backing the former two-division champion, opinions have become more divided than ever. One of the biggest reasons for that shift came when Joe Rogan admitted he believes this fight is almost impossible to predict. Rather than choosing a clear favorite, Rogan described the contest as a genuine 50-50 battle, a statement that immediately sparked debate throughout the MMA world. Hearing one of the sport's most respected analysts place the fight on such even terms surprised many fans who once considered McGregor nearly unbeatable. Rogan explained that the biggest question isn't whether McGregor still possesses world-class talent, but whether he can perform at that level after spending so much time away from elite competition. The UFC has changed dramatically over the last several years. Fighters have become more complete, training methods have evolved, and every division is filled with athletes who continue improving every time they compete. While McGregor has been recovering from injuries and building his life outside the cage, Max Holloway has remained one of the busiest and most consistent fighters in the organization. That contrast makes this matchup far more complicated than many people first expected. Few competitors can match Holloway's experience against elite opposition. Throughout his career, he has shared the cage with champions, contenders, and some of the toughest strikers the sport has ever produced. Instead of slowing down, he continues to perform at an incredibly high level.
Fair play to him. That is the life that he's built. But he's coming back, right? And Max Holloway, as we know, has been very, very active. I mean, geez Louise, when we look at the record of Max Holloway, yes, he lost his last one in January for the BMF belt to Charles Oliveira. Didn't really get beaten up though, just kind of got taken down, had his back taken, defended the whole time. But Charles Oliveira did take the belt. Before that, beat Dustin Poirier, the person that beat Conor McGregor last time, the person that knocked out Conor McGregor the fight before that. Now, when you look at McGregor, as we know,
proving his durability and skill whenever the lights shine brightest. His unforgettable performances over the past few years have reminded everyone why he remains one of the most respected fighters on the UFC roster. Every difficult fight has added another layer to his game, making him an even more dangerous opponent for someone attempting a comeback after such a lengthy absence. Another factor creating endless discussion is the decision to meet at welterweight. Many believe the move could completely change the dynamics of the fight. For years, Holloway endured demanding weight cuts before every contest, but fighting at 170 pounds allows him to compete much closer to his natural size. Joe Rogan noted that recent training footage showed Holloway looking stronger and physically larger than many expected while working alongside natural welterweights. If that added size translates into improved durability and power, McGregor may not enjoy the physical advantage many fans have assumed he would carry into the octagon. Despite all the praise directed toward Holloway, nobody has forgotten what makes McGregor such a dangerous opponent. Even after years away from competition, his precision, timing, and devastating left hand continue to command respect throughout the sport. Rogan believes the opening rounds will be the most dangerous period of the fight because McGregor has always been at his best when he can explode early and force opponents onto the defensive. One perfectly timed counter is often all it takes to change an entire fight, and Holloway understands better than anyone that relaxing for even a split second against McGregor could end the contest instantly. That ever-present knockout threat is one of the main reasons so many analysts refuse to count the Irish superstar out before the cage door even closes. Outside observers have also noticed a major difference in McGregor's attitude leading into this training camp. Compared with some of his previous appearances, he appears far more focused, disciplined, and determined. His interviews carry the confidence that defined his rise to the top, while reports from inside his camp suggest he has approached preparation with renewed seriousness. Whether that mindset will be enough to overcome years of inactivity remains the biggest mystery surrounding UFC 329, but one thing is certain, McGregor believes he is preparing to remind the world exactly why he became one of the biggest stars the sport has ever seen. As confident as McGregor appears, the biggest obstacle standing in his way is not simply Max Holloway's skill, it's Holloway's relentless pace.
I think Max is going to beat him, but I just don't know what Conor's going to come back. It's been so long I don't know how he's healed up. If his athleticism, his timing, his movement is the same as it was before, for sure he can beat Max, but I just don't know what he's gonna look like. It's been too long.
Do you miss seeing Conor come back? Like, do you miss seeing Conor talking?
Bro, I don't even want to hear his voice, honestly.
I didn't even understand what the fuck he's saying, bro.
Yeah. It was crazy. It was hard to hear.
Have we had anybody come back after 5 years and look good?
Few fighters in UFC history have demonstrated the level of endurance and consistency that Blessed has displayed throughout his career. While many athletes slow down as championship fights progress, Holloway often becomes even more dangerous. His non-stop pressure, endless combinations, and ability to absorb punishment without losing confidence have frustrated some of the greatest fighters in the world. That is why Joe Rogan believes the opening 10 minutes could determine the entire fight. If McGregor cannot capitalize on his explosive power early, the momentum may gradually swing toward Holloway, whose cardio and experience in long, grueling battles are second to none. The long layoff remains another major concern that experts simply cannot ignore. Training camps can sharpen technique, improve conditioning, and rebuild confidence, but they can never perfectly recreate the intensity of real competition. The speed of live exchanges, the pressure of thousands of fans, and the split-second decisions required inside the octagon are impossible to duplicate in practice. Rogan pointed out that even the greatest champions have struggled after spending years away from active competition. Timing is often the first weapon to disappear, and once it fades, even the hardest puncher can find himself missing opportunities that once came naturally. McGregor insists he feels refreshed after years of recovery, but nobody will truly know until the opening bell rings. Interestingly, McGregor views his time away from fighting very differently than his critics. Rather than seeing his devastating leg injury as the beginning of the end, he believes it forced him to rebuild himself both physically and mentally. According to McGregor, those years allowed him to strengthen his body, study his movement in greater detail, and recover from the wear and tear that comes with years of championship competition. He believes many active fighters continue collecting damage every time they enter the cage, while he has been repairing and improving himself behind the scenes. In his mind, this comeback is not the return of an aging former champion, it's the arrival of a healthier, smarter, and more complete version of the fighter who once conquered 2 divisions. Not everyone agrees with that optimistic outlook. Coach Tim Welch believes McGregor may have chosen the toughest possible opponent for such an important comeback. Instead of easing back into competition against a lower-ranked fighter, McGregor accepted a challenge against one of the UFC's most experienced veterans. Welch argues that Holloway's relentless style is designed to expose any weakness in conditioning or timing. Over 5 rounds, Holloway rarely gives opponents an opportunity to breathe, forcing them to defend constant pressure while maintaining perfect focus. If McGregor isn't operating at the highest level, Welch believes Holloway has all the tools necessary to overwhelm him as the fight progresses. Michael Bisping also dismissed the popular belief that McGregor could simply switch to wrestling if striking exchanges become difficult. According to the former middleweight champion, Holloway's takedown defense has improved dramatically throughout his career. Years of facing elite wrestlers have transformed him into one of the hardest fighters in the division to control on the ground. Bisping believes McGregor's clearest route to victory remains exactly where he built his reputation, on the feet. The Irishman's speed, accuracy, and devastating counter left hand still possess the ability to finish any opponent, but he must find those opportunities before Holloway's volume begins taking control of the contest. Another interesting opinion came from Paddy Pimblett, who believes the move to welterweight may actually benefit McGregor more than people expect. Paddy argues that Holloway has occasionally looked undersized when facing naturally larger opponents, and adding even more weight could create problems against someone with McGregor's explosive power. In his view, one perfectly timed punch from a fully recharged McGregor at 170 pounds could produce the biggest knockout of the year. While he respects Holloway's incredible durability, Pimblett believes size and power could ultimately become the deciding factors if the fight turns into an all-out striking battle. Still, Holloway has repeatedly shown that writing him off is a dangerous mistake. His victory over elite competition proved he is no longer just a high-volume striker, he has developed genuine finishing ability while maintaining the pace that made him famous. Every year his confidence continues to grow, and every challenge seems to make him even better. That steady evolution is exactly why Joe Rogan refuses to predict a clear winner. One fighter carries the legendary power capable of ending the night in seconds, while the other possesses the endurance, experience, and momentum to dominate over 5 rounds. That combination makes this one of the most fascinating matchups the UFC has produced in years.